If a guy wants to bench press a Buick after injecting rhino hormones, let this man chase greatness. Do not get in his way. I'm gaming with children whose brains still have hope and cartilage. My reflexes are like, hang on a minute. What button shoots the gun? Why'd I just punch that horse? Thanks for liking and subscribing to @BudFordComedy. I appreciate it. Thanks for your time today. And the moment I saw where somebody said, hey, can rechargeable robot legs replace regular exercise? I knew this was the America I loved. And if you don't know about this, it's the Enhanced Games. It's basically the Olympics if everybody stopped pretending that orange juice and hard work created 270-pound sprinters. We got to get honest with each other. Sports has finally found the solution to low ratings. Yeah, it's legal steroids. Of course it is. I have never felt more patriotic in my life than at this moment right here. There's a new thing called the Enhanced Games, like I just said. Again, it's the Olympics if everybody involved said, you know what? Let's see what the human body can really do. And I support that completely. We've spent decades acting like athletes weren't cheating. Every cyclist in the Tour de France looks like a deer that learned algebra. Their jawlines made of granite. You can see their veins from space, and they have a resting heart rate of 2. Come on now, that ain't natural. The Enhanced Games said no more lies. Let's just take whatever we want. Let's make this interesting. Thank you. Thank you, NBC, for putting it on TV. That's valuable entertainment in my world. I think all sports should have one division that absolutely anything goes. Of course, we want regular baseball, but also we want pharmaceutical baseball. I want to see a guy hit a baseball so hard that it changes weather patterns in Peru. I want a discus thrower launching equipment directly into neighboring states. I want a pole vaulter that can clear the regional airport. That's sports. That's Olympics. That's what it should be. Now, the Olympics are all like, listen, we are here to test the limits of human performance. These limits are really just human resources paperwork, aren't they? Athletes are making serious money at this. That means the sport's going to grow. Have you not been online lately? Do you not go to TikTok? How many body influencers do we have now? He's all like, his whole upper body just goes like this, and then his waist is all like it just doesn't, it's not there. And they're not working their legs out at all. It's weird, but I don't care, because when you put $1 million on the line for a world record, humans are going to be like, yeah, we're going to turn into Superman villains. Lex Luthor's a joke compared to what we can do. Dudes are willing to inject experimental rhino testosterone if it means they can pay off their mortgage. I go to school with some people and work around some people who are like, yeah, I've been on steroids for, what? I wonder why they all look so much stronger than me. Well, that and they actually work out. There's that. Part of me respects it. I can't hate on the hustle. One woman in the article said, I was nervous about taking those performance-enhancing drugs because her parents work for the DEA. How do you have that conversation? Sweetheart, are you doing narcotics? This is the sports content I need. I'm tired of regular press conferences. I'm tired of hearing about how fast this guy is or how good his hands are. I want to hear, unfortunately, Chad deadlifted a Honda Accord today. We're monitoring the situation. That's what I want. Got myself laughing. I'm serious. That's legit. And before you jump into the, you suck, bud, you're the worst human ever, we already reward freakish genetics. 7 feet humans, we're all in line for that. Women in the WNBA are proving that 7-foot-tall women are hot. They're putting them on the front of Sports Illustrated. I'm just saying, we're into that. We're not watching sports for moderation. Nobody ever said when they're watching football, you know, what I really like about this game is reasonable body composition. We want a guy that can run a 4-second 40. We don't care if his blood type's Mountain Dew. It doesn't matter. The Olympics built an entire life around, please cheat quietly. Don't act like they didn't. Their anti-doping rules, that's all about PR. That's public relations. Half the sports we loved growing up were nothing more than pharmaceutical experiments. Think about the 90s. Every baseball player looked like they transported refrigerators recreationally. Mark McGwire looked like he could bench press a Bayliner. Barry Bonds' hat changed mid-career. The size got big. Are you kidding me? Those were great years for sports. Everybody watched baseballs leaving orbit. How many of them? Tons of them. And deep down, that's what we want. That's why we're here. That's why we love the enhanced games. The first inaugural one was a couple of Sundays ago on NBC. And don't act like this is not going to catch on, because it is. Keep in mind, people in this country will sit and watch other people eat hot dogs competitively. Don't blame me for the reality. It's just where we are. If you think we won't watch a chemically enhanced swimmer turn a pool into a jet ski accident, you are wrong. That is prime time television. Have you not turned on America's Got Talent on NBC? It's just that. It's some guy with a nose ring holding a Jeep, swinging. I don't know why. I don't know why people eat swords, but they'll do it on that show. Sports ain't never been about fairness. Sports are about the spectacle. And if science can create a sprinter that can briefly time travel, take my money. I'm here for that. You can bet your booty I'm here for it. Now, I don't know if you're a gamer, but I always say I love gaming. Gaming used to be for kids, though. Let's not kid ourselves. Video games now cost a fortune. Parents are all like, you know what? Santa's going to have to go on a payment plan this year. Yeah. Think about it. You have to have financial stability like a law firm if you want to be a gamer these days. My console, $700. My new games, oh, they're $80. Subscription is going to cost me a ton. I'm spending, $150, $200 a year for my Sony PlayStation or my Xbox, and those are going up. They're telling us right now, oh, yeah, we're about to increase those 30, 40%. The headsets cost $100 at least, and you're probably going to need two. The controllers are like $75 now, and somehow they have warranty for 90 days, and on day 91, they have stick drift. You can't control them. It's programmed in. It's planned obsolescence. It's take your money. And I don't care what it costs. I still like it. I play Battlefield. I play Rocket League. I like Call of Duty. Call of Duty is completely unbelievable now, and it's not really because of the gameplay. It's because Activision has decided they want to occupy your entire hard drive like it's manifest destiny. Your console cannot have anything else on it. And now it's all like, we're going to need to remove the photos if you want more game room. Games use too much memory. It's too much. You update them every 5 days. Every 3 days or so, you have to remove things to make more room. Finally, you got to do a family meeting. Listen, Grandma's vacation was fun, but we don't have to have the photos forever. We're going to delete those. Sorry, they got to go because Daddy needs season 14. That's why Battlefield caught on again. Battlefield is basically almost COD, but we can negotiate with it. It's like a reasonable X. Meanwhile, Call of Duty feels more like living with a narcissist. If you really love me, you'd uninstall everything else. That's the way it is. I'm not making that up. Battlefield isn't better. If you got a kid or you playing Battlefield, you and I both know, and me and your kid know, that Call of Duty is just a better game. It feels smoother. The movement's better. The gunplay's a whole lot better. But Battlefield, Battlefield lets me keep other hobbies. I can keep other games. I can still play golf. I can still play Rocket League and other things I want to play, because that matters at my age. My parents didn't waste money on games, and I honestly appreciate that now when I look back. I'm always like, I wish I'd had a video game like my friends. But my friends also usually had siblings, sisters, and so they could get like 3 games and use them, a lot. When my brother came along, he was like 10 years later than me, and he wasn't going to play video games. So my friends that had money and that had those games, I could go play with them. And like I said, you didn't get but one game for Christmas because they were expensive. And I think back then they were about $30, which was a lot of money when we made $3.35 an hour for minimum wage. But you appreciated that game. And if you had sisters, you had maybe, like my buddy had 2 sisters, so we had 3 games that throughout the year. And I mean, you're going to play level 4,000 probably 22 times, but that's okay. The cartridges were expensive and nobody was buying them until Christmas, so you just dealt with it. It built character. Today, it's not the same. Our kids have 700 games downloaded and 1,200 on the subscription plan. That hard drive that you bought them last year, you didn't realize that holds 5 terabytes of games. So they've got everything they need. But they're still bored. You know, they come, I'm bored. You got 1,200 games, 19 if you work hard at it, 1,900. Figure it out, suck it up. But I respect the hustle. When I was young, we played outside. Pretty much all we did. Somebody yelled your government name, a porch light flipped on, you ran back home. That was multiplayer, it was live, it was in color. One reason I love gaming so much is because as an adult, I could finally afford the stuff that I couldn't afford as a kid, which is kind of a cool feeling. If you've never played with these 10-year-old kids, they run around like Navy SEALs on Adderall. Me, I'm all turning corners with the distraction of a substitute teacher. Every gamer over 35 is healing these childhood traumatic events through electronics. That's what's happening. You couldn't afford a Sega Genesis then, no, but we'll get one now with all the games. And I own 3 monitors, so there's that. Prices now, though, even adults with good jobs struggling with this. Parents are hurting because kids casually ask for, like, I'll need a PlayStation 5 this year. Going to need a new headset, the controller, the battle pass, and like 3 games. Which means you've financed a small country. Kids don't understand money, you know that. Child asked for $600 worth of gaming gear 15 minutes after he was told not to leave every light in the house on, yet they're all still on. I know, I was one. It's a hobby. It's kind of like financing a 4-wheeler. And again, depending upon how old you are, about 25 is the number where you're too old for gaming. I jump online, I got 10-year-olds everywhere, they have reflexes because they're powered by them Capri Suns thing. Yeah, not me. I'm all like Moses crossing the desert. Takes me a minute. I have to remember what we're doing. They're on the headset. They're like, you're trash, bro. You're trash. I have lower back pain and property taxes. Calm down, kid. These kids are moving so fast, though. They're in every direction. You're playing, and then they just show up, and the cars come up, and you get blown up. Or in some, like, Call of Duty, they're shooting at you as soon as you spawn in. I can't remember which button crouches. Gaming after 40, if you don't know, is really about fumbling around. Rocket League is the worst. It humbles you for your aging because 12-year-olds are flying around in Honda Civics, blowing you up and scoring goals. And that's when it hits you. I'm the old guy at this arcade. Whatever. I still miss and still love gaming at Mr. Wizard's World in Summerville, South Carolina. Shout out, video games forever. If you're not married or don't have children, like in my case, we have 0 human interaction in our lives. Much like me, you probably, if you're a single older dude, you probably work around younger dudes. Everybody I work around is like 22, 23. I don't have nothing to say to them. What am I going to say to a 22-year-old kid? Nothing. We have nothing to talk about. I don't even understand half of the words that they use. And I'm around them all day. After a long day, I just want to come home. I want to wind down. I want to blow some stuff up, race cars, and hear a teenager from Ohio threaten my bloodline. That's community, and that's what I'm here for. We used to dream about flying cars, but now we have robot hiking pants, AI powered. For divorced guys named Keith and other folks, it's close enough to flying cars. I talked about it on this very show the other day, and I'm pretty sure that science heard me because, don't kid yourself, this is a big show thanks to you. Now, there's a guy who is testing an AI-powered exoskeleton to see if it can replace his e-bike. This is innovation. This is what I dreamed of when I read about robotic pants. This is the America I was promised as a child. Dippin' Dots are lies. They're not the future. The fact is robotic pants are. If I can recharge them, I win. No budgeting apps, no mindless journals. That's not the future. The future is rechargeable mechanical leg strength. We finally started solving the problems that matter to people. And I love the story because the guy testing it, he's basically me in 10 years, middle-aged, nice hair, trying to keep up with these younger athletes through the power of robotics. That's the dream. Article said, my man wanted to see if the exoskeleton would help him keep up with his 15-year-old competitive athlete daughter. That's how all dads end up becoming Iron Man. You know that, right? At some point, every middle-aged dude realizes, oh, yeah, the children have functioning knees, hips still work. It's a bad day for us. Because aging sneaks up on you. It doesn't just crash on your doorstep. Sneaks up on you physically and mentally. One day you think you're still athletic like me every day, but physically, I'm making sounds when I stand up, probably like you. My dad said to me, he's 80 plus, he's like, you know what? I still feel like I'm 12, like I'm a kid running around outside with a football between trash cans. Think about this stuff. You're 80 years old, you slap on this exoskeleton right on your legs, helps you to power all of your movement, robot pants, whatever you want to call it, which may be the greatest sentence technology has ever produced. We skipped flying cars. We're kind of working on them, but the price is still stupid. And we went straight to, sir, you can strap on some cybernetic hamstrings. That's a win for humanity. Article said that the guy used it for cycling because e-bikes had ruined normal biking for him. Bro, you know you can still just pedal the old way. The problem is e-bikes are too cool. They're like the motorcycles, and you feel like they're safe, like the one I ride, but a little different. You don't have to wear a helmet. You can't get hurt. You're invincible on an e-bike. Once you go that way, though, we're not going back to pedaling. That's human nature, right? We're not going to go back to that. Nobody ever owned an e-bike and said, you know what I miss? The suffering of pedaling. I really do. I completely understand this guy's logic. Why should I spend $800 on an e-bike when I can get these robotic pants for $2,000 and I got everything in life licked? It ain't about bicycling no more. It's about everything I do being better. It's like a drug for old people. Because one day you realize most of your purchases are basically something you're buying to escape physical consequences. That's adulthood. That's how it works. We buy air fryers, massage chairs, we buy heated mattress pads, and now robot leg systems. And yes, if you're wondering, well, does he support it? Well, yes, and you should too. This is good science. I think the future is entirely based around helping people of age still enjoy fun stuff. That's the correct use of AI. We're not going to need to replace all the artists. That's unnecessary. That's not the right use of it. Writing emails, not the right use of it. You can still write your own email. I want technology to focus entirely on, can Bud still go hiking after Buffalo Wild Wings? Because that's my mission. That's the thing. We're going to abuse this technology. It's a fact. Within 6 months, we're going to be trying to dunk a basketball over at LA Fitness and both knees are going to get destroyed at terminal velocity. That's just the way it works. But you know what? God bless him for replacing the bicycle and the pedaling with the bionic legs. That's impressive. The article says there are multiple motors powered by a battery pack. That's perfect. More power equals more fun when it comes to wearable robotics. I'm certain of it. It's like everything in life. Young people exercise for appearance reality, while older folks start exercising because stairs become a conversation that we have to have. And that's not fair. It's a different kind of motivation. I do love where the technology is heading. I'm not playing. It's a cool thing. And I think it genuinely sounds fun. And not about productivity or efficiency. Just fun. Like movies should be. Rechargeable robot pants should help me bike up hills. And if technology keeps improving, there's no telling where this is going to end. Because today I'm getting hiking assistance, and tomorrow there's a 63-year-old dude named Rick running a 4.240 while carrying a Traeger grill. And for my money, by God, that's the future. Amen. I'm ready for it. Thanks for being a part of @BudFord Comedy. Have a great day.